Babachir Lawal drops bombshell Tinubu for third time. Let's listen to this video and we'll be right back.
They'll write the results. They allow you to go to the polling unit and pretend that the INEC will do some oju and announce the result that has already been handed over to them, I think, and that's the end. And now the problem would be the reaction of the people to that. And my own assessment is that every Nigerian will just remain in his house, no one trouble.
The candidates will go to the courts.
The candidate will go to their courts, and sons will collect billions of naira and impoverish them further, and then that's the end. And the Nigerians will succumb to what we used to say in the military. With one bullet in a rifle, you can get 1,000 people to surrender, because nobody wants to take that one bullet. So every Nigerian will just go home and sleep. Some will not even come out that day. But after the election, a lot of people will do some gra to protest and collect money from people and try to protest. After some time, they fizzle out, and that's the end. We prepare for another 4 years. But they can deceive themselves and pretend they are campaigning. For every political party rigged the primaries now. Up to now, they just wrote names. Every SDP, NDP, all these PPP, they wrote. They are still fighting. There's no party
Even
that,
NDC too.
Especially NDC. Everybody can beat his chest that we did a free and fair primaries. So what moral complaint do they have if article?
Are you afraid that President Tinubu, as it's been alleged by some, that he may go the route of tenure elongation, third term?
Tinubu will go third term. If God gives him the long life to do it.
He will?
He will.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, he will. What will stop him now? Blind Nigerians or a blind National Assembly of crooks? Tinubu will go third term, subject to his health.
He said third term, he said what will stop him? Ladies and gentlemen, so a massive political firestorm has erupted across the country. What they mean by that is on Twitter.
Yeah.
What was that? Anyway, following a shocking television interview delivered by former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, dropping an absolute political bomb on the 2027 calculations, Lawal boldly asserted that President Bola Tinubu will not only seek re-election in 2027, but will actively push for a third term in office if God grants him long life. Lawal claimed that the political machinery surrounding the presidency is quietly laying the institutional groundwork to extend power beyond the traditional constitutional two-term limit, citing the ruling party's overwhelming supermajority in the National Assembly. SharpEdge Nation, this statement has sent pure panic through both the opposition camps and legal circles, while pro-democracy groups are already citing Section 137 of the 1999 Constitution to remind everyone that a third term is an absolute illegal impossibility. Critics say Babachir Lawal is giving us a rare, unedited peek into the mindset of Aso Rock's inner strategies. Is this third term talk a genuine constitutional threat being engineered in the dark, or is it just political sensationalism designed to overheat the political ahead of 2027? Ladies and gentlemen, High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun, the sharp edge is yours, sir.
Thank you, Ola. There can be any doubt that it's a familiar route to Nigerians. When Nigerians talk these days, you wonder if there is any sense of history in what they say. If, for example, as it had been alleged and well articulated and laid out that former President Olusegun Obasanjo, in spite of his pretensions about and the profile about being a a constitutionalist, somebody that believed, I mean, you saw the things he did concerning the dismantling of apartheid in South Africa, things he did to confront the military, which almost cost him his life, agitating for democracy during the Sani Abacha years. And all that, in spite of it all, when that test of sincerity came, he flunked it. Because whether you're talking to people that were actively involved then, minus the late Ibrahim Mantu, senator from Plateau State, that was championing in chief that tenure elongation for Olusegun Obasanjo, you will find out that it was a well-oiled campaign, thanks to the ingenuity of people like Okojo Iweala, Nuhu Ribadu. They also mentioned in that connection somebody like Ribadu, who was in charge of EFCC, who worked from inside and Atiku Abubakar himself is vice president, who worked from inside the administration to frustrate the plans of Obasanjo to have tenure elongation. And you had that at least each senator that was going to endorse that plan collected close to 250 million naira to do it. And when you look at the way that, the way things are processed in a wishy-washy to pass through the current National Assembly, both upper and lower chambers of the House, you would, of the Assembly rather, the two houses, you find out that if anybody is now conjecturing, whether for real or by way of academic exercise, it may not be wrong because it's a road that is so familiar. Okay, if it's not a road that is familiar, and if it's not going to be a possibility that there will be the I don't want to use the uncouth expressions, but if there won't be that stupid idea, that stupid notion of trying to do that, why would a governor in Osun State, who is running on the platform of Accord Party, be saying, in spite of the fact that there is a Gbenga Olawepo that is supposed to be the presidential candidate of Accord Party, they rubbished him, pushed him aside totally, and then the governor of Osun State has shocked the entire landscape by saying the candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, namely President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will be the candidate, the endorsed candidate of Accord Party in the next presidential election. So unprecedented in the history of Nigeria. But then the only thing, in democratic history of Nigeria, but under the military, when Abacha was trying to transmogrify into life president, you will discover that all the five existing five political parties then, famously described as the five fingers of a leprous hand by the late Nigerian politician and assassinated Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Chief Bola Ige. All the five political parties were endorsing Sani Abacha. There was not going to be any, even I remember in those days as a young journalist and then even as a university student, that some people said the grassroots democratic movement that had MD Yusuf and the late Dr. Tunji Braithwaite as their presidential hopefuls were merely pretending to be serious about the race. It wasn't as if they would be strong enough or they would have that spine to stand General Sani Abacha. So if Adeleke in Osun State is endorsing this president, what else? And then if you have had Nyesom Wike and Fubra, that used to be his prodigal son, prodigal political son, coming back now to say there is a rainbow coalition that will produce Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the candidate, presidential candidate for both PDP and APC in Rivers State. What else do you think cannot happen? So if somebody is toying with the idea, whether it is real or not, whether it is what's it called? Whether it is a political tack on his part or whether it's being reckless, you never can. So Babachir Lawal, the former secretary to the government of the Federation, has said in several interviews and at various times that he and Bola Ahmed Tinubu are good friends or were good friends. In fact, it's on record that he was the one who dropped the first 100 million naira fee, expression of intent or whatever, to the president on behalf that coordinated the initiative that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should run. The point at which they disagreed was when it became a national issue and anger that there would be a pairing of a Muslim ticket on the presidential race. And so you don't know what they have ever shared together, what vision they worked on, what core philosophy got them together, what ideology do they still subscribe to the same ideology? If Ola, with all the way that you know me, that you've been so close to me, all the issues in my life that you have always been private to, if you say some things about me and some people are now doubting the veracity of what you're saying about me, would that not also be laughable? Would it not be ridiculous? You can't know a man than somebody in his inner circle. Babachir Lawal may know more than what he's telling us, and it is good that he has crowed at this point. We all should listen, and we should give them close monitoring. Would it be easy for Bola? Yes, we should pay attention. Would it be easy for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to easily manipulate Nigerians? I don't even know the exact population of the country, so it's difficult for me to say 230 or 240 million. But whatever the number, the population of Nigeria could be, we all must pay attention, both home and abroad. And if this is going to happen, we make sure that the Constitution prevails. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Babes in the chat. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, join the conversation. We want to know your thoughts. Is it possible? Is he going to do it? What's your prediction? Is President Bola Tinubu going to attempt a third term? What's your prediction? We would like to know.
I don't think he would want to do it.
I'm asking the audience. Okay. Yeah, I'm asking the audience. Just join us in the conversation in the comment section so we can move on to the other trendy stories around the world. We'll be right back.